Hi, this is Ryan Hasselt, or on YouTube, RR99. Basically doing my first video review on a video game ever on the internet, and I thought, why not be it Heavy Rain? This game, I've only played one playthrough, was release day night, from start to finish till about 5 to 6 in the morning, completed it. And you know, most times when you post a video review, you really want to go into some really deep detail in a video game, and I thought, well, one playthrough on this game obviously told me that might as well just post a quick video review up. If you are kind of an adventure, you like psychological games like I do, Silent Hill, this is more not really a horror game, it's more of a thriller kind of game. So if you prefer that kind of game, then I best say that you get Heavy Rain. The game is made by, this is the first time I've seen the developer's name. I think it's Quantic Dream. David Cage was the writer and director of the game. Excellent game developer. You may know the other game called Indigo Prophecy, which came out on the last gen on the PS2 and the original Xbox and PC as well. Over there in Europe it's called Fahrenheit, and in the US it's called Indigo Prophecy. If you like Heavy Rain, or you know, you want to try to find a game that's cheap because it's, you know, a lot older, and to get a kind of a feel of what Heavy Rain is like gameplay wise and kind of, you know, story, how it all fills out, I would suggest that you get Indigo Prophecy if you're kind of not wanting to pay the $60 for Heavy Rain right now. Your best bet is to go that route if you actually want to get an idea of what David Cage and the developers have done, because what's in Indigo Prophecy is basically same gameplay a little bit, but more advanced. I mean, it's, you know, as things advance, technology and stuff, things get better, because obviously Heavy Rain, in my opinion, is better than Indigo Prophecy, but I love both of the games because of their unique gameplay, and the story is just great too. I mean, you know, from start to finish, it draws you in just like Silent Hill does, and it just gets you to want to play till the very end. And yet Heavy Rain was just like basically another one of those games that I just bought that night, played it from start to finish, or a certain night when I know I can just stay up and play it from start to finish. It really drew me in. You know, it was just an excellent game. That's why I decided to post a video review up. If you're not really into some really mature games, because definitely Rated M is definitely right for Heavy Rain, because it seems like from Indigo Prophecy there's a lot more, it's more of an adult game, like David Cage said. This is, you know, video games is fun and stuff. This game is actually fun and stuff, but the story can be really emotional in a way to really draw you in. But it is definitely more of an adult kind of game, which I like, because I like to see games like that come out that, you know, really push things to the limit and show that video games aren't for just younger audience. Yes, it's a mixture. A lot of us play video games at different ages. I mean, you could be older than 24, which I am, and still play video games. There's 4 playable characters you play as in the game. There's Ethan Mars, Norman Jaden, and Madison Page, and Scott Shelby. And all 4 of those characters, when I played through the game, was excellent. I mean, I couldn't pick my favorite character out of the game because obviously all 4 of them were great. I mean, I was very interested. The way they involved us in the game story was excellent. I mean, all 4 of them were great to play as, and I mean, it was just awesome. And then control-wise, it's pretty good. It takes a little getting used to. When I played the demo when it came out, the controls are a little different, definitely different from Indigo Prophecy. It requires that when you move your character, you hold, you know, a button down, and then you use the left analog stick to move them in that direction you want them to walk into. It took a little getting used to, but I have no complaints. I mean, if I got from start to finish in the game I beat the game pretty quick. I mean, so controls were pretty easy. And I might as well compliment myself, because this is actually the first game I've ever played on the hardest difficulty. It was pretty hard. There were situations in the game that I kind of messed up on because I went quick on the buttons or quick on reacting to what's going on. But it really did. I was drawn in. And then when you get, like any game usually, when you get close to the end of the game, you're just so hooked to it. You want to see exactly what happens and how it all ends. And I was hooked. I mean, I started just yelling out like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome" and stuff. Because I mean, it was great when she got towards the end. The whole game was great. I mean, the beginning, It's great because I mean, usually when you play a game, sometimes it's slow at the beginning, and then it starts getting better and better, and then towards the end it even gets to the best. But Heavy Rain, on the other hand, was just great from start to finish. Now, this is an exclusive on the PlayStation 3. That is actually one of the reasons this past Christmas of 2009 that I ended up wanting to buy a PlayStation 3 for Christmas, is because of this game right here, and I'm hooked to the popular online PlayStation game, SOCOM. But this game right here was a big reason I wanted to buy it, because I know back when they announced it, it was going to be on the 360 and the PlayStation 3. Come to find out, they made it exclusive, and in a way, I am very fine with that, because if it was on the 360 as well, a multi-platform game, it probably wouldn't have turned out as great as this. They really pushed the limit, as in what the PlayStation 3 can do. You have other games on the PlayStation 3 that have deep stories, and just, of course, the graphics are great. The graphics and everything, but I'll admit, they really did a good job on Heavy Rain with the graphics, the character models, everything, the animation. I was so surprised. I mean, after I beat the game all the next day, and I mean, I just kept talking to everybody about the game. I was like, it was awesome. I just kept saying that because it was. I mean, the animations, everything, story, I mean, it was great. I mean, David Cage, yes, I've heard some people on some certain websites say that he's like a genius. He is. I mean, he really did help make this better than Indigo Prophecy. I mean, as developers keep going on in games, yes, they will. They will improve their games. Sometimes they may go a little backwards and they kind of take a lot of features out or something. But this proved that they advanced very high up off their past game, and I was very happy with it. And, in my review, I'm not really going to go into detail as in like gameplay and stuff. I'll just kind of tell you how the controls are and stuff. I'm just going to give basically the final score out of 10. I think right now I would probably give this game a 9.8 out of 10. Maybe, I don't know. 10 out of 10 would be fine, but nothing's totally perfect, but honestly, a 9.8 out of 10, you can't beat it. And I love Silent Hill to death, but I've been telling people and told myself this, that when it comes to picking my favorite video game of all time, out of all systems, it's it right here, Heavy Rain, because I love Silent Hill to death, and if I could pick the next game after that, it'd be like Silent Hill 2, but this was awesome. I mean, very good. And they really did push the PlayStation 3 to the limits, because I'm glad they made an exclusive, because if not, it probably wouldn't have turned out this good, like I said before. But if you have watched my video review, this one here, my very first one, I appreciate you watching it. Maybe a little bit of advice I gave to you could help you decide on a purchase of either Heavy Rain, or if you want to see a past game that the developers did that's basically the same kind of gameplay and like story-wise kind of thing. Just different characters and everything. Get Indigo Prophecy. Start off with that. It's like, I don't know, $5 now or somewhere. Get that, and then if that really makes you happy, really happy to play that game, you gotta get this. Trust me. And if you don't have a PlayStation 3, this is definitely a reason right here is to end up buying a PlayStation 3 for this game. I mean, and there's other games probably going to be coming out that are great on the system as well. So there's already games already out that I've noticed. So, but excellent game, 9.8. Go buy it. Awesome. I wanted to post this on the video review. This is my screensaver of Heavy Rain. It was a wallpaper, I guess, when I got off the internet. It don't look like a full screen wallpaper of Madison there. And then I just added the Heavy Rain name there to it. But yeah, it's called Rainy Screensaver, which is making that rain. And I've always decked out my desktop with themes, like at least mostly just wallpapers. I make them and stuff a little bit by using pictures of games that I like or whatever, so it's pretty neat.